Good morning. If you're interested in learning how to do a cover for a book or a planner, stay tuned. And if you like this video, don't forget to hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe.
All right, so for this particular video, we are going to need PVA or pH neutral glue. Okay, this is an option. You can use this or sticker paper. Some crystal clear acrylic coating. This is for your waterproofing or water resisting your books. Okay, you're gonna need this at the end of it. A memory keeper cinch. I have the Heidi Swap edition. Right here, this is what it looks like. Okay. And some scissors, a ruler, your front and back outside covers. You're gonna need white inside covers. So 2 white pages. This is sticky paper. You can choose to use the PVA glue or you can choose the sticky paper. If you use the glue, you need a fine bristled brush, okay? Because you're going to be doing small strokes to prevent the bubbling, and also a little goes a long way, okay? Little goes a long way. Maybe I should do it this way. Yeah, okay. So, then you're going to need 2 pieces of chipboard. Okay, you want the thin chipboard. Do not get thick chipboard. Thin chipboard. You can also use something like a cereal box. The thickness of a cereal box works just fine, and no one's going to see that it is a cereal box because we're gonna have everything covered. So, 2 pieces of the chipboard. All right, so let's get started. The first thing that you wanna do is you want to take your chipboard. You want to measure it out, all right? So since I have my inside pages of the book that I'm going to be doing is 8 by 10, so I want my cover to be probably about 8 1/4 to 10 1/4, right? Or you can do a little bit smaller. But you just want to have that extra little bit over, so when you close your book, your pages are not going to be sticking out of your book, okay? So that's what you need your ruler for, okay? Measure your chipboard, and then you can cut it with a, what do you call those things? It's got like the little square or triangle on the end, and you can just slice it. You can use it in construction. What is it called? Please someone in the comments tell me what this is called, because I can't think of what it's called. You can use that, or you can use a grid that has a chopper. That is what I use. I use something that I can pretty much slice it all at one time. But so that gives me like more, it's better than scissors. Okay, so I did this. Oops, it would help if I had it on the right side. Okay, I did this at 10 and 2 of these marks. I am not technical, y'all. I do not know what this is called. I'm assuming like these little marks are like maybe 2/8 of an inch, maybe. It's less than a 1/4, so it wouldn't be 2/8 because 2/8 is a 1/4. So maybe 1/8. Yeah, so mine is gonna be 10 inches and 1/8. And then I do this one side, and it is 8 inches by 1/8. I did mine a little bit smaller just because my book, it's 8 by 10, and I tried the 8 by 1/4, and I didn't really want it as big. So, I mean, it's pretty much whatever your preference is, the size of your book that you want your book to be. All right, so after the measuring is done, we're going to take the the plain white paper that you have. All right, if you're using the sticky paper, make sure that it is matte paper. You want it to be, see how it's not got that shine, right? You want it to be matte sticky paper. Okay, so you just put your, oop, it got stuck on my arm. All right. Okay, so what we're trying to do is we're trying to, it's probably, you line it up on both sides, trying to make it even. You can use a ruler, but I'm just going to eyeball mine for right now. And hopefully I won't have to redo it. Oh, and my finger is getting stuck on the page. And of course I'm gonna have to redo it because I got a bubble. Oh, okay, so I can do, oh, no. Okay, so if you do this, and I've never actually had this before, so hopefully it'll smooth out with the page. If not, then we know not to do that again. Alright, so let's line it back up. Don't know why it bubbled in the first place. Actually, y'all, I don't want to take a chance. I'm just going to trash this one. Give me a minute. I'm gonna get another paper. All right, so let's try this again. All right. Okay, now that it's flat. All right, so I want to line mine up. Hopefully I've got it all the way aligned. And all right. It's important that it has a little bit of leeway on it because you need it for folding your paper over. You'll see in a minute what I mean. All right, so turn the paper over. Make sure that you can use a ruler. You can use your hands. You even can use some Cricut tools have like the flattening piece that you can use, but either one works. Okay, so then you want to cut off the little edges. This is so your book does not have like these crinkled edges, and you want to leave a little bit of a space because you don't want your edges to not cover the chipboard in the corner. Okay, so you don't want to see the chipboard poking through your cover. All right, so now that is done. Oh, do y'all ever have this problem where you get like the sticky parts stuck to you? All right, so then here's the trick to this. If you want it to come out smooth, you want to fold the edges, not like this, okay, because that would take forever and it wouldn't come out as clean. You want to fold it doing this, okay, until it is completely over. Smooth it down. And this, then just run your finger across the edges to make sure that everything is pressed down smoothly. See how it leaves that the white look on the edge? All right, and then you do the same thing for the other side. I like to do parallel sides first, just because if the paper slips, it's gonna come out smooth. And then, like I said before, just smooth it out with your finger. top and the bottom. Now, if these edges are really small on the inside page, it's okay, okay? Because it's going to be covered by the outside cover. Okay. And if you don't want to do this, you can easily order chipboard that has the white on the front and the brown on the back. And that'll prevent you from having to do 2 different layers of cover sheets. Okay. I'm going to do... Okay. Then you're going to take your outside cover, and you're pretty much going to do the same thing. Where is the... There it is. All right. Okay, lay it out. Make sure that you have it this way, not this way, this way. Because if we do it on the brown side, where the brown side's up, then there was no real point of having the white on there. So, and here. All right, so eyeball it again. You don't have to eyeball it. I do it just because, well, because I wanted to. All right, so now that you've folded all the lines, this is what it should look like. Okay, oop, not upside down, y'all. Okay, so this is what your front and your back covers should look like. Okay, they look pretty good, right? All right, so then once they're cured, and once they've been sprayed, remember you're going to be spraying it with this crystal clear acrylic coating. 1303 is what I use. All right, this is to make sure that it is water resistant. Okay. All right. So once that is done, then we're going to take our Cricut, or not our Cricut, excuse me, our cinch. Our cinch, this bad boy here, it is a really big bad boy. All right, we're gonna use this to poke the holes and make where the binder rings are gonna go. Okay, all right, so this is called the Heidi Swap edition of the We Are Memory Keepers, the cinch. Okay, this comes with these 12 pegs. Okay, and there's a knob on the edge over here. These are very important to have for measuring wise for your book. But if you want a review of this, then just let me know down in the comments, and I'll be sure to do that. So let's get started with this. Okay, so this little pulley thing here, this is your ruler for this. You want to measure it out for exactly what size your book is going to be. Since ours is 8 by 10, we want to measure it up where the edge, the top edge, is going to be up here at the 10 mark, and the bottom one is just going to be up against this little knob here. Okay, make sure, can't do 2 at once. All right, so make sure that this knob up here is turned up. And before we get started, let's explain this. All right, so since we're doing a 10-inch book, the 10 in the black, whatever number is below that in the white is what number you're going to pull out on this, on the pegs here. Okay, this is because you don't want it to have like a half of a hole punched out at the very top right there. Okay, so let's pull that bad boy out. Make sure this is up. Line up our pictures. Yeah, line up our pictures. And then we're just gonna pull this lever right here when everything is lined up. Down it goes. All right. So then when we pull it out, see how we've got these beautiful hole punches right here? It only does half, okay? That's the first half. Then the second half, you're gonna push the knob down at the bottom and push the peg, number 8 peg that we used before, we're gonna push it in, okay? The knob down here at the bottom, that's where your edge is gonna go. It prevents it from moving back and forth so that you get a good alignment on where you want your holes to go. So you line it back up, make sure that it's all the way up against that one button, and then we push down on the lever. It's pretty heavy. Ooh. Okay. So then look at there. You got these beautiful lines that are, or these beautiful holes that are all lined up. All right. So let's see. Let's go ahead and do this one. All right. So since we did the left side of this, we need to make sure that we do the right side of the back cover. You're gonna have to do it like this for the back page, just because you want all your holes to line up. So, learning from Karen's mistake, make sure that you line up your holes. Right, make sure you just do it like this, inside like this, okay? So once you're all done, you'll have your binding. It'll open up like this, okay? All right. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked this video, don't forget to hit the like button, and don't forget to subscribe. Thanks so much, y'all. Bye.